Hey guys, I'm Marionette Siren, and today we're going to be doing another Five Nights at Freddy's theory. In fact, my next few theories are going to be focused around the game considering how much attention they seem to get. And I enjoy the game, so I'm going to be dedicating my next few videos to the mysteries of the series. If you watched my last Five Nights at Freddy's video, I discussed who was most likely to be responsible for the death of the phone guy in the first game. If you'd like to check that video out, I will have links at the end of the video. Today we are going to be looking at the mysterious Marionette. Originally I was planning on focusing on the Purple Man, but it's hard for me to explain him without first explaining a few other things. So yes, I will be getting to him, but not yet. We all know the puppet, or Marionette, as the annoying Jack-in-the-Box character who has to be appeased with the music box lest he get cranky and escape from his home to seek out Jeremy and kill him. However, there is little else known about him other than this. Even Phone Guy seems uneasy with the idea of him. On night 2, he says,
one more thing. Don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think the Freddy mask will fool it. So just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
The most mysterious thing about the Marionette comes in the form of the minigames. And while I will explain those more in my next video, I will touch upon them in this one. In the Save That minigame, you take control of Freddy. You follow the puppet through the restaurant. Upon reaching his box at the end, the game cuts to static. In the Give Gift, Give Life minigame, you take control of the Marionette. You travel to 4 slumped-over gray children and place gifts beside them. After you travel back to each of them, and the puppet places the heads of each of the 4 animatronics, Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy, upon their dead bodies. The game ends with a golden Freddy jump scare. But why would he be doing this? Upon completion of Night 4, you are forced into a scene of which you appear to be looking through the eyes of Freddy. You take control and can look between Bonnie and Chica, but in front of your eyes is the Marionette. He moves with you so that he is always in view as you turn between the other animatronics. Does the Marionette have some ethereal control over the other animatronics? Is he the driving force behind all the harm that they do? Is the puppet actually a puppet master? Some people believe yes. It is theorized that the Marionette is even in the kitchen in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, but you could not see him because of the fact that the camera is disabled. Some people back this up with the rare occurrence of the posters in the East Hall changing to that of a crying child that looks similar to the puppet. Though this is a good explanation, why would the Marionette be in the kitchen? He is in the prize corner in the prequel, a suiting place for such a thing. However, it makes no sense for him to be in the kitchen, unless he starts out somewhere else in the building during the day, and he moves himself to the kitchen after hours. Still, the formerly mentioned scene after Night 4 does prove that he has been around at some point while the original Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy were center stage. This doesn't necessarily mean Five Nights at Freddy's 1. But it does not mean he is not present during the first game either. However, I still haven't really described what the puppet is. Which leads me to the Take Cake to the Children minigame. Now you may be thinking, but that minigame doesn't even have the puppet in it. Or does it? During the course of the game, you see a crying child outside the restaurant. Then a purple car pulls up behind him. A man of all purple steps out of the car and the child seems to freeze, as if startled by the man's presence. The child ceases his tears as his eyes grow bigger and bigger. Then he starts to cry again, harder, to the point that his tears cover the majority of his sprite. Then he turns gray and moves no longer. The purple man gets back in his car and drives away, leaving behind the image of the dead child. Does this picture look similar to anything? Yes, he looks strikingly similar to the puppet. Coincidence? If so, then it gets weirder because when the game ends, the Marionette will jump scare the player. So my theory is this. The child was killed and his spirit sought the puppet out and possessed it, becoming the first victim of the Purple Man and the first spirit of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. From then on, he plays a major role in the actions of the animatronics, and the goings-on in the restaurant. However, I will explain how I believe the marionette truly affected everything, as well as looking at more of the victims in the next video. Until then, I'm Midnight Siren, and have a great day.